सृष्ट्यादौ स्वर्गरूपा जगदवनविधो पालनीयां च रौद्रे संहारे चापि यस्यां जगदिदमखिलं क्रीडनं वा पराख्यां पश्यन्ते पश्यमादौ तनुज भगवती वैखरी वर्णरूपा यस्माद् वाचा प्रसन्ना विधिहरिगिरिशा राधितालंकरोतु। पराम्बिका परमेश्वरी भगवती राजराजेश्वरी श्री वैष्णव देवी के इस दरबार से, जिनके लिए पूरा विश्व क्रीडांगण है, ऐसी पराम्बिका राजराजेश्वरी के इस दरबार से हम सब देवी के चरणारविंद में वंदन करते हुए आज विजयादशमी के दिन देवी के दरबार में हम सब एकत्रित हुए। देवी की कृपा से इस संसार में हमारे हर कार्य सिद्ध होता है और माता की कृपा से ही अशुभ तत्व की निवृत्ति होती है और सत तत्व की प्राप्ति होती है। हम सब जानते हैं विजयादशमी का उत्सव हम इसलिए मनाते हैं कि अशुभ तत्व का नाश हो और सत तत्व की प्राप्ति हो, असुर वृत्ति का नाश हो, हमारे अंदर सद्भावना की प्राप्ति हो। इसलिए हम विजयादशमी का उत्सव मनाते हैं कि सबके अंदर जो बुरी चीज़ें हैं जैसे काम, क्रोध, लोभ इत्यादि का नाश हो और सत्य, निष्ठा और दया का भाव प्रकट हो। इसलिए हम विजयादशमी मनाते हैं। तो देवी के चरणारविंद में वंदन करते हुए हम यही कामना करें कि देवी की कृपा से हमारे जीवन में जो अशुभ तत्व है उस अशुभ तत्व का नाश हो और हमारे अंदर सद्वृत्ति हो, अच्छे संस्कार हो, सद्विचार हो। क्योंकि सद्विचार होगा तभी अच्छे कार्य करने की प्रेरणा मिलेगी और तभी हम अच्छे कार्य कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि जीव जैसा सोचता है वैसा ही कर्म करता है और सोच बुद्धि वो ईश्वर कृपा से प्राप्त होती है। तो माता के चरणारविंद में हम सब यही कामना करें कि हमारे अंदर सात्विक वृत्ति की प्रागट्य हो, सात्विक वृत्ति प्रकट हो, जिनसे हम हमारा कार्य कर्म मंगल कर सके और हमारे संस्कार को और संस्कृति को हम बचा सके। तो आज का ये प्रोग्राम हमारी संस्कृति के लिए और हमारे कल्चर को हमारे बच्चे समझ सके, उस हेतु को ध्यान में रखते हुए आज का ये प्रोग्राम मंदिर के द्वारा किया जा रहा है। जो हमारे बच्चे मंदिर में आकर क्लास लेते हैं वही बच्चों के द्वारा आज सांस्कृतिक प्रोग्राम, कल्चर प्रोग्राम हम सब मिलकर कर रहे हैं ताकि हमारे बच्चे हमारी संस्कृति को समझे, हमारे कल्चर को समझे और उनको वो अनुसर सके। यदि ये कार्य बच्चे के साथ हम भी जुड़कर करेंगे तो उनको प्रोत्साहित होंगे और वो कार्य करने के लिए वो आगे भी आएंगे। तो हमारा कर्तव्य है कि हमारे बच्चों को हम मंदिर तक लेकर आए और मंदिर में होने वाली सारी एक्टिविटी के बारे में हम उनको बताए, उनको मंदिर के साथ जुड़े। तो आए, जो भी हमारे पास समय है उस समय अनुसार हम आज कल्चर प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से विजयादशमी मनाए, बच्चों के साथ मनाए, मंदिर के साथ मनाए और देवी के आंगन में हम एकत्रित होकर आज का दिव्य उत्सव मनाए। जो भी भाविक भक्त मंदिर में विराजमान है, जो ऑनलाइन हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, उन सभी को वैष्णोदेवी मंदिर की ओर से विजयादशमी की बहुत बहुत शुभकामना। माता रानी ये विजयादशमी आपके लिए मंगलमय बने, आपका हर कार्य देवी कृपा से सिद्ध हो, ऐसे माता के चरणों में हम शुभ कामना करते हैं। और यही आशा देवी के चरणों में हम प्रकट करते हैं कि सदैव इसी तरह से सब आप मंदिर में आए और हम इसी तरह से खुशीपूर्वक देवी के साथ हमारा हर त्योहार मना सके, ऐसी माता के चरणों में हम प्रार्थना करते हैं। उसके साथ साथ आए हम सब मिलकर आज सांस्कृतिक प्रोग्राम, कल्चर प्रोग्राम जो मंदिर के द्वारा, मंदिर के बच्चों के द्वारा जो किया जा रहा है उसमें हम सब भाग ले। तो आप भी हमारे साथ जुड़े, प्रेम और भावपूर्वक ये प्रोग्राम निहारे और अपने बच्चों को प्रोत्साहित करें, मंदिर में आए और मंदिर के कार्य में वे भाग ले। ऐसे आप सबको प्रार्थना के साथ जय माता जी। आए हम बच्चों को प्रोग्राम को निहारें।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। अंधन को आँख देत कोढ़िन को काया, मांझन को गर्भ देत निर्धन को माया। अंधन को आँख देत कोढ़िन को काया, मांझन को गर्भ देत निर्धन को माया। सूर श्याम शरण आए सफल कीजिए सेवा, माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा। माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
ब्रह्मास्मि ब्रह्मास्मि मुझ में शिव है, मुझ में ब्रह्मा, मुझ में विष्णु, मुझ में कृष्णा, फिर मैं काहे मंदिर जाऊं।
तत् तत् हे हे तत् तत् हे हे।
धरती अंबर पर्वत सागर, मैं जित देखूं उसको पाऊं।
सा हे हे तत् आ हे हे तत्।
फिर मैं काहे मंदिर जाऊं। मुझ में शिव है, मुझ में ब्रह्मा, मुझ में विष्णु, मुझ में कृष्णा, फिर मैं काहे मंदिर जाऊं।
त्राम हे त्राम हे त्राम हे त्राम हे।
धरती अंबर पर्वत सागर, मैं जित देखूं उसको पाऊं। फिर मैं काहे मंदिर जाऊं। ब्रह्मास्मि ब्रह्मास्मि
मेरी दाती दे दरबार, जय जयकार जय जयकार। शिरमाली दे दरबार, जय जयकार जय जयकार। पवनमाली दे दरबार, जय जयकार जय जयकार। पहाड़ा वाली दे दरबार, जय जयकार जय जयकार जय जयकार। जय माता दी, जय दुर्गे माँ। आप सभी को दुर्गा पूजा, दशहरा, दिवाली की बहुत बहुत बधाई। माता रानी परमात्मा हम सब की कामनाएं पूर्ण करें और हम जल्दी से जल्दी मंदिर में रोज आएं और पूरी गैदरिंग के साथ बैठें। धन्यवाद। अब आप उन बच्चों को की प्रस्तुति होगी जो बच्चे वोकल म्यूजिक सीखते हैं। इनमें मेन पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं वेन्यूशा, श्रीशा, अयाना, एंजल, सेजल। इन बच्चों ने अपनी रिकॉर्डिंग करके यहाँ प्रस्तुति की है। मुझे लगता है आप उनको पसंद करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
गण गणपते नमो नमः, सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः, एकदंताय नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गण गणपते नमो नमः, सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः, एकदंताय नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम शिव नंदन नमो नमः, देव सब नंदन नमो नमः, दुष्ट निकंदन नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। चाय बुझा गाड़ी नमो नमः, बहुबेहारी नमो नमः, दिव्य सुख खारी नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। विदाता नमो नमः, भाग्य विदाता नमो नमः, भाग बुद्धिदाता नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपति बप्पा मोरया, गणपति बप्पा मोरया, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपते नमो नमः, सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः, एकदंताय नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गण गणपते नमो नमः। सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः। एकदंताय नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरया। शिवनंदन नमो नमः। ओम शिवनंदन नमो नमः। देव सब नंदन नमो नमः। दुष्ट निकंदन नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरया। सर्वजदाई नमो नमः। बहुविहारी नमो नमः। दिव्य सुखकारी नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरया। विधाता नमो नमः। भाग्य विधाता नमो नमः। मनोबुद्धि दाता नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ज्योत जगे दिन रात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे, ज्योत जगे दिन रात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे। नूर सदा तेरे भवन पे बरसे, नूर सदा तेरे भवन पे बरसे, दर्शन करने को मन तरसे, दर्शन करने को मन तरसे। सुनो ज्वाला मात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे, ज्योत जगे दिन रात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे। तेरी ज्योत ज्वाला रानी, तेरी ज्योत ज्वाला रानी, तन मन शीतल करे भवानी, तन मन शीतल करे भवानी। भक्तों के सब संकट हर दो, कर दो जी माँ अम्बे कर दो, खुशियों की बरसात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे, ज्योत जगे दिन रात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे, ज्योत जगे दिन रात मैया जी तेरी ज्योत जगे।
नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै start.
Jai Mata Di, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Ramji, for giving this golden opportunity to the Bal Vihar kids, whom I call them as the wizards of the temple. They have worked very hard. They're very clever, have extraordinary strength to prepare the topics and make presentations from the videos. And also they love to do it for the temple whenever the management has asked them to do it. We are going on a journey with Vanar Sena, Ramji, Hanumanji, Lakshmanji, and all the revered souls to find out, where is Sita Mata? Where did she go? How can we get her back? This is all that is going to be done and said by the students of Bal Vihar. The conclusion of this wonderful trip, full of sacrifices, will bring joy to all of us in the end. Through the children, let us imagine why the Shara is celebrated with great pomp and show. The strong message of love, sacrifice, humility, and happiness. Without further delay, I'm going to call upon Vikram and Rohan to do their presentation. Their topic is the Shara quiz. Go ahead, my precious, all yours.
Happy to share, Rohan. Look at my fine clothes to celebrate the Shara with mom and dad. Happy the Shara to you too, Vikram. I think we both look good. You know the Shara is also known by another name? Do you know what the other name is? I know, it is Vaishnodevi, meaning the victory of Sri Ram on the 10th day. But do you know who was defeated by Sri Ram? Yes, of course. The 10-headed Ravan, also known as the Shaman, because he kidnapped Sita Ji. Do you know how did Ravan disguise himself in front of Sita Ji before kidnapping her? I think he came as a poor Brahmin beggar. Ravan also had a brother called Kumbhakaran. Tell me, what is the demon Kumbhakaran famous for? For sleeping for months. Of course. I have another question for you. At night, on the Shara, what effigies are burned with firecrackers? Ravan, Kumbhakaran, and Meghnad, who was Ravan's son. Oh, and do you know, before starting the battle with Ravan, what puja was performed by Sri Ram? He prayed to Lord Shivaji. Now, you tell me, for how many days do we perform the Shara Puja? 9 days during Navratri, and the 10th day is the Shara itself. And what is that street play called that is held in these 9 days? I know, it is called Ram Leela. I would like to watch Ram Leela once. You know, in India, there's an elephant's parade on the Shara day. Do you know where? Oh, I know. That told me it is held in Mysore and Karnataka. Here's the last question for you. Who wrote the great epic Ramayana? Ah, I remember. Dadaji told us once. It is written by Valmiki Ji. Well, that was fun and also taught us more about the Shara. We hope you enjoyed it too. Namaste.
Namaste, Vikram and Rohan. That was awesome. It shows that you're all prepared. It will show with each one of you actually. Okay. The next performance is by Anav Singh. He's going to talk about what is the Shara and why do we celebrate it. All yours, Anav, beta.
Dussehra, also known as Vijayadashmi, is celebrated as the victory of Lord Rama over Ravan, who abducted Lord Rama's wife, Sita. Dussehra's name comes from two Sanskrit words, Dasha, meaning 10, and Hara, meaning defeat. This festival is a symbol of good winning against evil forces.
It's celebrated all over India and the world with different names and meanings. This festival lasts for 10 days, and each day has its own significance. The end of Dussehra is celebrated with Ravan Dahan. 20 days after Dussehra ends, we celebrate Deepavali, the day when Lord Rama returned to Ayodhya from Lanka. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Anu. That was awesome. Very good presentation. The next performers are Dussehra with the message. The next one is Meaning of Dussehra by Priya Taneja.
Namaste everyone. Today I will be talking about what Dussehra means to me. Dussehra, also called Dasara or Vijayadashmi in Hinduism, is a festival marking the triumph of Ramji, an avatar of Vishnu, over the 10-headed demon king Ravana who abducted Ramji's wife Sita. Ramji defeated and killed Ravana with his bow and arrow. Dussehra symbolizes and celebrates the defeat of evil in the hands of good. The story of Dussehra has inspired me to always do good deeds and refrain from the actions that cause harm to others. I strive to imbibe the virtues of Ramji, such as honesty, humility, kindness, respectfulness, to guide me towards performing good actions and helping others around me. The learning that I've gained from the story of Dussehra is that good will always destroy the evil and righteousness will prevail. Jai Sri Ram.
Thank you, Ria. That was very enlightening. The next performer is Samu Kini. Samu is going to tell us about Dussehra with a message. Go ahead, Samu. All yours, Betty.
Dussehra is a celebration of victory of good over evil. It is also known as Vijayadashmi. Vijaya means victory and Dashami indicates victory on the 10th day. So on this occasion, let us give up the 10 negatives in our life. Ego, cruelty, injustice, desire, greed, pride, attachment, selfishness. Think of a better tomorrow for us and others.
Thank you, Samu.
Happy Navratri, everyone.
Thank you, Samu. That was very enlightening. Thank you. Our next performer is Rohan Taneja. He's going to talk about Dussehra, a celebration of joy and happiness. Go ahead, Beta.
Namaste. Today I'm going to talk about how Dussehra is celebrated. Dussehra, also known as Vijayadashmi, is a major Hindu festival celebrated at the end of Navratri every year. It is celebrated differently in various parts of India. Dussehra coincides with the culmination of the 9-day Navratri festival and with the 10th day of the Durga Puja festival. It is celebrated with great enthusiasm and fanfare. In North India, effigies of Ravan, Ravan's son Meghnad, and Ravan's brother Kumbhakarna are stuffed with firecrackers and set ablaze at night in open fields. These effigies, symbolizing evil, are burnt with fireworks, marking evil's destruction and victory of good over evil. Many people of the Hindu faith observe Dussehra through special prayer meetings and food offerings to the gods at home or in temples throughout India. They also hold outdoor fairs and large parades with effigies of Ravan. The festival also starts the preparations of Diwali, which is celebrated 20 days after Dussehra. Jai Sri Ram.
Jai Sri Ram. Thank you, Ron. Our next performer is Anant Singh. Anant is going to talk about why Ravan had 10 heads. Go ahead, Beta, all yours. Enlighten us now.
Thank you, Nani. Namaste. Today I'm going to talk about why Ravan had 10 heads. According to Hindu mythology, Ravan was born to save Vishwavan and Kayakesi, the Ashura mother of the demon family. He was the king of all demons called Rakshas or Asuras. All the Asuras were devotees of Lord Shiva, their family deity. Similarly, Ravan was also a true and intense devotee of Lord Shiva. Greatest achiever. Ravan was a great musician and an excellent Veena player. He was a great scholar in all 6 Shastras and 4 Vedas, and a master of all 64 types of knowledge and arts. He was a highly learned Brahmin and a great acquirer with the power of tapas. The great sacrifices of Ravan. Please listen to me now. When Ravan had once performed the Huma to please Lord Shiva in the want of ultimate powers, he had beheaded himself to satisfy Lord Shiva. But surprisingly, his head came back in place again. This got repeated 10 times, that Lord Shiva was so impressed and granted him with 10 heads and 20 arms, which come whenever he wishes for. Hence, Ravan was called Dasamukha, 10 faces, Dasakanta, 10 throats, or Dasagriva, 10 heads. Now I'm going to talk about the symbolism of Ravan's 10 heads. Mythological analysts interpret his 10 heads as the emotional state Ravan had got. They are Kam, lust, Krodha, anger, Lobh, greed, Moh, obsession, Mada, vanity, Vatsalya, envy, Ahankara, ego, Chitta, will, Manas, heart, Buddhi, mind, or intellect. They are interpreted to convey that holding a balanced attitude on all characters make a great personality. I hope you can all take a message from this today. Thank you and happy to share.
Thank you, Anand. It was awesome. Wow, you worked hard on it. Thank you. Our next performer is Mishka Taneja. She is going to talk about how the Dussehra is celebrated in Delhi. I'm all excited to hear you, Mishka. Go ahead, beta.
Dussehra marks the victory of truth and love over evil and hatred. Lord Ram, in order to save his wife from Ravan, killed him in a battle. This win of good over evil is what Dussehra is celebrated for. Although Dussehra is the main festival of Hindus, it is still celebrated by people who believe in the idea of living with peace, love, togetherness, fearlessness, and purity. The 9 days of Navratri come to an end with Dussehra celebrations and giving way to Diwali preparations. Several traditions and customs are performed during Dussehra days. Massive statues of Ravan, Kumbhakarna, and Meghnath are packed with firecrackers and set on fire, which is a great sight for viewers. People chant Jai Shri Ram, marking the victory of Lord Ram over Ravan. Durga Puja is organized in various parts of Delhi. Also, Dandiya nights are organized in Delhi, which adds more fun to the Dussehra celebrations. Few days before this, Ram Leela is organized in different areas of New Delhi, where performers dress up as characters from Ramayana and enact scenes from it. It is seen and enjoyed by people of Delhi and tourists in large numbers. On the last day of Ram Leela, that is the day of Vaishnodevi, the statue of Ravan is burned. The main message that Dussehra gives is victory of good over the evil and success of truth over lies. Thank you.
Thank you, Mishka, for enlightening us. That was really done very well. I'm so proud of you. Our next performer is Riddhi Grover. Riddhi is going to talk to us about what does the Dussehra teach you. Riddhi, all yours. I'm so excited to hear.
Namaste. In spite of wealth, strength, power, and blessings from God Shiva, Ravana was killed by Lord Ram. For good to prevail in the society, evil has to die. Victory of good over evil is the main lesson from the Dussehra. It also teaches us many other things. 1. Don't underestimate anyone. Ravana prayed to Brahma and acquired a boon that he could not be killed by anyone except a human, because he thought humans were not powerful enough to fight with him. Clearly, he was wrong. True. Listen. When someone advises, at least care to listen. Following that advice is secondary. We know how Ravana cut off Vishnu's words when he tried to advise him. Also, Lakshman had advised Sita Mata not to step out of the Lakshman Rekha, no matter what. However, Sita broke her promise and was abducted by Ravana. 3. No one to stop. Ravana abducted Sita. Rama waged a war against him. He killed all the warriors from Ravana's side, his brothers, Kumbhakarna, his sons, and his ministers. Even then, he wouldn't release Sita. This led to his own destruction finally. 4. Repent your mistakes. Even after knowing that he made a mistake by kidnapping Sita, Ravana wouldn't apologize to Rama because it hurt his ego. It would have saved his life if he did so. 5. Do not blindly follow what your elders say. Bharat did not obey his mother Kaikeyi and refused to become king of Ayodhya. Test your values and instinct. The rule in life is always to follow the right values blindly. 6. No matter how strong and powerful you are, you always need friends and family support. Ram was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He still needed Lakshman's and Hanuman's help to find Ravana. Jai Shri Ram and Happy Navratri.
Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much, Riddhi. You worked really hard on that topic and you did a very good presentation. Thank you. And our next performer is Rohan Luthra. Rohan is going to talk about Mandodari, the wife of Ravan. Go ahead, beta. All yours.
Namaste. According to the Hindu epic Ramayana, Mandodari was the wife of Ravan. The Ramayana describes Mandodari as beautiful, pure, and rightful, queen of Lanka. She is admired as one of the Panchkanya, the recital of whose names is believed to dispel sin. Mandodari was the daughter of Mayasur, the king of the Asur, and the Apsara, Hema. Mandodari had 3 sons, Meghanda, Atake, and Akshay Kumar. Despite her husband's faults, Mandodari loved him and advised him to follow the path of good. Mandodari repeatedly advises Ravan to return Sita Mata to Lord Ram, but her advice was never heard by him. Her love and loyalty to Ram are praised in the Ramayana. Her story is a reminder that the universal defamation of a group based on the behavior of a few cannot cloud the greatness of the individual. Happy Dussehra.
Thank you, Rohan. I can assure you that a lot of people don't know that much about Mandodari, the wife of Ravan. That was very nice of you to present. Our next performer is Arjun Luthra. Arjun is going to talk about Bibhishan, the brother of Ravan. Go ahead, beta.
Namaste. Bibhishan was the youngest brother of demon king Ravan, who ruled over Lanka. He was the youngest son of sage Vishrav and Kaikesi, the son of sage Pulasti. Ravan, the king of Lanka, and Kumbhakarna were his elder brothers. Although Vibhishan belonged to a demon race, he was pious and always considered himself a Brahmin, as his father was the one. Though he belonged to a demon family, he was still a noble character. After Ravan had captured Sita Mata, Vibhishan advised him to send her back, but Ravan was not ready to hear his advice. Vibhishan was against the kidnapping and abduction of Sita Mata. Hence, Vibhishan decided to leave the kingdom. Before fleeing away from Lanka, he called his daughter, Trijita, who was guarding Sita Mata in the Ashok Vatika and advised her to take care of Sita Mata until Lord Ram defeats Ravan. Only Vibhishan's daughter Trijita and his wife Sarma knew that Vibhishan had planned to join Lord Ram. Pleased by his devotion, Lord Brahma offered Vibhishan a boon. Vibhishan said that the only thing he wanted was to serve the Lord. He asked for the strength so that he could always remain in association with Lord Vishnu, and also wanted the holy sight of the Lord. Vibhishan's prayer was granted. He gave up his wealth and family to join Lord Ram, who was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Things that we learn from Vibhishan are that relationships are very valuable and they can help you, and that we should always treat people equally and always keep a good company. Happy to share.
Thank you, Arjun. I think that was quite impressive. And the three features that you mentioned at the end of your presentation, if we all work together towards those goals, this world will be a much better place. Thank you so much, Arjun. The next performer is Vedant Trivedi. Vedant is going to talk to us about what do we learn from Ravan. Go ahead, beta, where are you? Vedant?
Namaste, everyone. Today, my topic is learning from Ravan. Today is the festival of Dashera, which everyone celebrates with great pomp and show. The festival of Dashera is being celebrated by Hindus all over the world. It is generally known as Ravan combustion, or Ravan's death. It is said that Ravan is one of the main impersonators of Ramayan. He was the king of Lanka, and Ramayan would not have been possible without him. When Ravan was killed by Lord Rama, he told Lakshmanji a few things. Today we are going to tell you the last words of Ravan in which he mentioned and accepted his mistakes. Let's hear about those conversations that transpired between Ravan and Lakshmanji. When Lakshmanji stood near Ravan's head, he did not convey the message. But when Sri Ram advised Lakshmanji to stand beside his feet, Ravan gave Lakshmanji a few words of wisdom. By doing so, Lakshmanji showed humility. In life, remember, only humility will take us further in reaching our goals. Number 1, Ravan said at the time of his death that never ever be so confident that you can defeat luck. What is written in your luck will have to be suffered. Whatever you do, do with full strength and dedication. We are responsible for actions, but results are in the hands of our God. Number 2, Ravan said while dying, the king who wants to win must learn to stay away from greed, or else victory is not possible. The king should not let the smallest chance he gets of doing good actions for others be manipulated. Number 3, Ravan further said, do not show enmity towards your charioteer, your helper, and brother. That can cause harm anytime. Make no mistake of being arrogant. That small or big mistake will throw your face down. Nobody can be a winner when your karma is bad. Don't make the mistake of thinking that you'll be a winner every time. Finally, Ravan said, always trust a minister or partner who criticizes you. Never consider your enemy weak or small, as I have done in Hanuman's case. I hope this will help us in today's world where everyone is working towards a win situation without showing importance to our karma. So this message is, let us promise ourselves to be good human beings. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Happy Navratri, everybody.
Jai Shri Ram. What I'm noticing is that all of you have got tremendous, extraordinary message in your presentations, which I hope will be taken into consideration by the audience. You guys have worked very hard to bring these messages out. Thank you. The next performer is Aditya Katare. Aditya is going to talk about the good qualities of Ravan and what led to his end. Go ahead, Adi beta.
Namaste and happy Dashera. Let's remember and learn the good qualities of Ravana. the great king of Lanka and what led to his end. Ravan was born a Rakshas. He emerged as a genius, a scholar of repute, and a great musician, especially known for his prowess on the Ravanahata, a variety of the Veena, and the one who successfully ruled all the three worlds. Ravan is often portrayed with 10 heads. These 10 heads are symbolic of his vast knowledge. They represent his mastery over the 4 Vedas and the 6 Shastras. He was extremely wise, powerful, and ambitious as well. His major goal was to dominate the Devas and gain full control over the entire universe. An expert in the 64 arts, a musician and astrologer per excellence, a mighty Atimarathi, which is a warrior who could fight and defeat several warriors at a time, a capable ruler and administrator, a devotee of Shiva, and the one who got his name from Shiva himself. There are indeed so many things to admire about this great soul. Yes, his ego did come in the way of his progress as a seeker. Yet none of us are perfect. All of us have faults, major and minor. Ravan was a great king and had many good points, but he got carried away because of them. He became egoistic and stubborn, thinking of himself to be the best and better than everybody, due to which his destruction was necessary. Dashera is celebrated not only because Lord Ram killed Ravan, but it signifies the fact that every individual is a mixture of good and bad qualities. But your good qualities can become redundant if you become too egoistic, boastful, and ambitious. Dashera is a festival that celebrates kindness, compassion, control, and love. Thank you and happy Dashera.
Thank you, Adi. That was amazing. You did a good job to bring the message of Dashera to all, and I hope people will pay some attention to that. Our next performer is Tanishka Grover. Tanishka is going to talk to us about what happened after Ravan's death. Go ahead, Beta, all yours.
Ravan's death marked the end of war between truth and untruth, the victory of good over evil. After killing Ravan, Ram made Vibhishan the new king of Lanka. Ram also told Vibhishan to marry Ravan's wife so she would remain the queen. News was sent to Sita that Ravan was killed. She was happy and longed to see Ram. Sita walked through fire to show the world her purity. She came out shining with glory. Vibhishan gifted Ram Pushpak Viman to fly back to Ayodhya. Ram was worried that if he fails to reach Ayodhya in time, Bharat will kill himself. Hanumanji was sent as a messenger to Bharat to tell him that Lord Ram was on his way to Ayodhya. When the two brothers met, the flute of love filled them both. After Ram reached Ayodhya, the whole city was joyful. It was a scene to watch. As the whole city was decorated, Ram was made the king of Ayodhya, with Sita on his side, as the queen. It was then time for the guests to leave. The whole Vanar Sena was sad because nobody wanted to leave Ram's presence. Hanuman had to leave too. We can only imagine the grief in Hanuman to leave behind his beloved God. So Hanumanji put Lord Ram in his heart so he could be filled with bliss and never had to leave his presence. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Tanishka. Thank you. Each one of you has really worked out on your topics. The next one is going to be what lessons we have learned from the life of Ramji. And here, Gargi Talangi is going to enlighten us about the lessons for our lives. Go ahead, beta, all yours, Gargi.
आदरणीय गुरुजनों और मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, today I am going to talk about the lessons learned from the life of Prabhu Sri Ramji. प्रभु श्री राम जी का लंकापति रावण पर विजय, इसको हम दशहरा रूप में मनाते हैं। श्री राम जी के जीवन कथा से मैंने क्या सीखा, ये मैं आज आपको बताने वाली हूँ। नंबर 1, बुराई पर अच्छाई की जीत. Ravana was blessed by the supreme god Brahma that no god or no demon could kill him. Yet Prabhu Sri Rama in his human form with an army of apes defeated the mighty Ravana. The win of good over evil is universal. Is a universal victory. Number 2, धन से बढ़कर रिश्ते. When Prabhu Sri Ram was sent to Vanvas for 14 years, Lakshman accompanied him and supported him in good and bad. Bharat, who was given the kingdom, never considered himself as a king. Instead, he played an acting king till Lord Rama returned home. Later, he handed over the kingdom to Rama. Number 3, झूठ से बचे रहे और सच्चे कदम पर चले. Vibhishana, the younger brother of Ravana, chose not to support his brother in the war against Ram. He knew his brother had committed a sin. Number 4, Sabhi Jana Ek Hai. When Sabri offered Prabhu Sri Ram her already tasted berry fruits, he ate them without giving a second thought. We should always treat everyone with equality and respect. Number 5, हमेशा अच्छे दोस्त बनाओ. Queen Kaikeyi loved Rama more than her own son Bharat. However, this changed when her maid Manthara poisoned her thoughts with negativity. The result was that Kaikeyi asked for Rama's 14 years of exile and a kingdom for her son Bharat. Number 6, Rama, the ideal human being. As we know, Lord Vishnu incarnated in the human form called Rama. He was supposed to guide the human beings on his way to lead good life. Prabhu Sri Ram was sincere, obedient, and loyal. He never disobeyed any of the instructions of his gurus and his parents, be it killing ferocious demons or leaving the kingdom for a 14-year exile. He stayed loyal to his wife Sita. Prabhu Sri Ram is seen as the epitome of being an ideal son, husband, king, and lastly, a human being. Today, when the world is going into uncontrolled chaos, it is important that we try to see how we can help each other, be humble, be patient, be caring, stop hate and discrimination, and spread love all around us. Dhanyavad. Jai Shri Ram.
Wow, Gargi, that was amazing. I like your style of the presentation and the thoughts and the words that you have brought in your presentation. Thank you. The next performer is Raghav Singh. Raghav is going to talk to us about the right path of going to dharma and karma. All yours, beta. I'm looking forward to your presentation.
Yeah. Thank you, Nani, and namaste. So, 9 lessons from the Ramayana that will help one find the right path of dharma and karma. So, number 1 is, sorry, low battery. Okay, number 1 is violence. So, a teaching of the Ramayana is that evil will always be defeated by good, no matter how vicious or poisonous the evil is. This is because a bitter truth oozes with positivity, while the darkest night has a dark agenda behind it. Number 2 is that unity can overcome anything and everything. Dashrath had 3 wives and 4 sons, and all of them loved each other immensely. Their hearts were united even though they were apart physically. Always stand by your family because a family can win over any difficulty. Number 3, be deeply committed to your duty. Besides being Sita's husband, Ram was also the king of Ayodhya. He had to abandon his wife for the sake of the masses after they questioned her morality. He was duty-bound towards his wife, but had to think of his subjects' wishes ahead of his own. Number 4, choose the path of righteousness. Vibhishan, the younger brother of Ravan, chose not to support his brother in the war against Ram, but because he knew his brother had abducted someone and therefore had sinned. Number 5, remain humble no matter how powerful you become. Hanuman could easily have rescued Sita from Ravan's Ashok Vatika. He had the power to fight Ravan's army, but he chose to surrender to Lord Ram's divinity instead and let him help the needy. Number 6, treat everyone equally. Lord Ram treated everyone equally, earning love and respect among everyone. Even if a person was young or old, poor or rich, he was the same person for everyone. Lord Ram was always kind and humble to people. Number 7, always keep good company. Your company shapes you into the person you are. The Ramayana too emphasized the relevance of good company. Queen Kaikeyi, the third wife of Dashrath, loved Ram more than her own son, but her handmaiden, Manthara, poisoned her thoughts with negativity, and Kaikeyi asked for Ram's 14 years of exile. We should always keep a healthy circle so that we become better with time. Number 8, all that glitters is not gold. Sita got attracted to a spotted deer that looked incredibly beautiful. She wanted Ram to get the deer for her from the jungle. It wasn't a deer, but Marich, Ravan's accomplice in disguise of the animal. And number 9, forgiveness is greater than revenge. When Ravan had learned that Lakshman had insulted his sister Supnaka, he went to seek vengeance and abducted Sita. Lured into his own trap of anger, he signed his death warrant. He was knowledgeable, but the feeling of revenge cost him his life. Vengeance brings downfall in our life, and keeping an attitude of mercy brings peace and harmony. Thank you, happy Navratri, happy Dashera, and namaste.
Thank you, Raghav. That was awesome. Very well done. Thank you. Our next performance is about Happy Dashera. You are going to like it. Food brings good luck. And who else is going to do this? None other than Sahil and Karan Vilandani. Go ahead, Sahil and Karan. You'll make everyone hungry.
Namaste. Happy Dashera. Eat these 5 food items on Dashera to bring good luck. Jalebi and Fafara. Jalebi and Fafara are Gujarat's special foods. It is said that eating these delicacies together on Dashera is auspicious as per the old tales. Lord Rama's one of the favorite sweets was jalebi, and he celebrated his victory over Ravana by having jalebi. Additionally, Fafara is paired with jalebi as Hindus believe that you should end your fast by consuming something prepared using gram flour.
Eating pan on Dashera is considered lucky, especially in UP and Bihar. Pan is also offered to Lord Hanuman. Rasgulla. Rasgulla is a must-have on Dashera. This is popular in West Bengal and is considered a good luck bringing sweet. On the day of Dashera, you must enjoy this Indian sweet.
Curd. Having curd with sugar before beginning anything new is an age-old Indian tradition. It is believed to bring good luck. On Dashera, the curd is offered to Ma Durga. In Orissa, devotees offer cooked rice with curd to the goddess before Ravan Dahan.
Sweet dosa. In South India, sweet dosa is offered as Prasad and Saraswati Puja. It is prepared using coconut, rice flour, gold, and wheat flour. Eating it on Vijayadashmi is considered auspicious. Happy Dasara.
Thank you, Sahil and Karan. I'm sure everybody is more interested in eating now. They are hungry. It's been a long journey. Thank you so much. And we have learned a lot today. And as you know, all of you, those who have seen the performance of these wonderful kids, I call them the wizards of temple, who presented to them the message of the gods. They had the hand of Ramji on their shoulder. My lovely grands, betis and betas, I humbly thank you all. Could not have done without your love and support. Everyone rose to the occasion and you were so much inspired that you wanted to do a good performance for the temple. That is Ambe Ma's blessing on you. And we are very grateful to the President, Mr. Nathan Iyer, his entire executive, Deepti Beti and Rajiv Beta, everyone, whenever I approached them, they rose to the occasion to help me. And I thank them from the bottom of my heart. Could not have accomplished the success today without the strong support of each other. You are all incredible, incredible. Your presentations have got material that I'm sure is going to inspire a lot of people and a lot of children. And there are some, I'm sure, who did not know some of the information which you have passed on today, and it will be appreciated by them. Again, thanks to the temple management, and thank you to all the parents, all my betis and betas who rose to the occasion willingly and told me that they will stand by me and they will help me, and they did. This success of today is due to the performance, the efforts, the hard work of all of you. And in that also is the strong support of your parents. Could not have done without them. Could not have done without them at all. So let us give a big clap to the temple management and to your parents. My betas and betas, betis and betas and lovely grands, you are also caring. And I truly and humbly thank you. As I've always said before, you just come on board and say, yes, Auntie, we are going to help you. And the lovely grands, the wizards of temple, now that's a new name I'm giving you today. You are all the wizards of temple who want to do, who want to perform, and who want to excel. And the blessings of all the gods and goddesses will always stay upon you. Wishing you all a very happy Navratri, Ashtami, and Dashera. Enjoy. Have a nice evening. I love you all. All the best. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Namaste. God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy.
जयकारा सिरवलिदी का बोल साचे दरबार की जय। जय माता जी। पराम्बिका माँ वैष्णो देवी के इस दरबार से हम सब ने आज विजयादशमी के ऊपर बच्चों के द्वारा सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम को हम सब ने निहारा। पराम्बिका परमेश्वरी भगवती की कृपा इन सभी के ऊपर बनी रहे, ऐसी माता के चरणों में हम सब शुभकामना करते हैं। जिन्होंने उनको ज्ञान दिया, ऐसे सभी टीचर का वैष्णो देवी मंदिर की ओर से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपने बहुत सारा प्रयत्न किया और आपके प्रयत्न के फल रूप में ये बच्चों के द्वारा ये दिव्य प्रोग्राम संभव हुआ। तो जिन टीचर ने इसमें भाग लिया उन सभी का मंदिर की ओर से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इसी तरह से आप मंदिर को सहयोग करते रहे, बच्चे इसी तरह से हर प्रोग्राम में भाग लेते रहे, इससे आप सबको प्रार्थना। बच्चों के साथ साथ उनके पेरेंट्स का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, क्योंकि बच्चे को लाना ले जाना, उनको तैयारी करवाना, ये सारे भाग में माता पिता का रोल परम आवश्यक होता है। तो सभी पेरेंट्स का, माता पिता का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने ये प्रयत्न करके अपने बच्चों को इनके लायक बनाया कि वो आ सके और इस प्रोग्राम में भाग ले सके। तो आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इसी तरह से आप मंदिर के प्रोग्राम में भाग लेते रहे। बच्चे इस तरह से हमारी संस्कृति को समझेंगे, हमारे कल्चर को जानेंगे, तब भी वो हमारे धर्म को अनुसर सकते हैं। तो ये परम आवश्यक है। तो ये भाग लेना और इस तरह से प्रोग्राम करना भी परम आवश्यक है। इसलिए मंदिर के कमेटी मेंबर सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि वो बच्चों को आगे करके हमारी संस्कृति को आगे ले जाने के लिए प्रयत्न करते हैं। तो इसलिए सभी कमेटी मेंबर का हम दिल से धन्यवाद देते हैं कि माता रानी उनके हाथों से इसी तरह से सत्कर्म करवाते रहे। ऐसे देवी के चरणों में हम प्रार्थना करते हैं। तो आप सब अवश्य मंदिर में होने वाले सारे प्रोग्राम में भाग लें। इसी तरह से आप आते रहे और इसी तरह से बच्चों को प्रोत्साहित करते रहे, ऐसे आप सबको प्रार्थना है। क्योंकि हर प्रोग्राम आपके सहयोग से ही सफल होता है। एक परमात्मा की कृपा और दूसरा हमारा पुरुषार्थ। हम थोड़ा पुरुषार्थ करेंगे, बच्चों के लिए समय निकालेंगे, बच्चों को लेकर मंदिर में आएंगे, मंदिर की एक्टिविटी के बारे में उनको बताएंगे, तो ये हमारा पुरुषार्थ है। और देवी हमें यहाँ बुलाती है, वो उसकी कृपा है। तो जब हमारा पुरुषार्थ और इनकी कृपा वो दोनों जब मिलती है, तब इस तरह के प्रोग्राम संभव होते हैं। दिव्य नवरात्रि हम सब ने यहाँ साथ में बिताई, उसमें आपका पुरुषार्थ, परमात्मा की कृपा जब जुड़ी, तब दिव्य नवरात्रि देवी के दरबार से हम मना सके। तो माता रानी से यही कामना करें कि इसी तरह से सब मंदिर में आते रहे और प्रेम और भाव पूर्वक देवी के दरबार में अपनी हाजिरी लगाते रहे। ऐसी माता के चरणों में प्रार्थना के साथ आप सबको फिर से विजयादशमी की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। माता रानी सबका मंगल करे। ऐसी माता के चरणों में प्रार्थना के साथ आप सबको जय माता जी, धन्यवाद। आए अब हम माता की आरती करेंगे। आरती करके आज का ये दिव्य प्रोग्राम हम माता के चरणों में अर्पण करें। जयकारा शेरा वाले दी का बोल साचे दरबार की जय। श्री गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं गवेशजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारिकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। बोल गणपति भगवान की जय। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी। तुम को निसरिन धावत मैया दी को निसरिन सेवत हरि ब्रह्मा शिवजी। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मांग सिंदूर विराज धरे गौर गमन को मैया दी को मृगमन को उज्जवल से मैया खड़ग खबरदारी सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक दिन के दुख हारी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती मैया नासाग्रे मोती कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर कोटिक रतन दिवाकर समराजत ज्योति ओम जय अम्बे गौरी शोभन शोभन तारे महिषासुर गाती मैया महिषासुर गाती धूम्र विलोचन नैना मधुर विलोचन नैना विसविन मदमाती ओम जय अम्बे गौरी सौंदर्य योगिनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो मैया नृत्य करत भैरो बाजत ताल मृदंगा बाजत ढोल मृदंगा और बाजत डमरू ओम जय अम्बे गौरी भुजाय अक्षयति शोभित वरमुद्राधारी मैया वरमुद्राधारी मनवांछित फल पावत मनेच्छा फल पावत सेवत नर नारी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी कंचन थाल विराज अगर कपूर भाती मैया अगर कपूर भाती श्रीमान के तुम्हें राजत मान के तुम्हें विराजत कोटि रतन ज्योति ओम जय अम्बे गौरी अम्बे की आरती जो कोई जन गावे मैया प्रेम सहित गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी कहत हरिहर स्वामी मनवांछित फल पावे ओम जय अम्बे गौरी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी तुमको निस दिन गावत मैया जी को निस दिन शिवन हरि ब्रह्मा शिवजी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी ओम अम्बे माते की जय ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय दीनानाथ हरे भक्त जनों के संकट नाथ जनों के अवगुण क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो जावे भर पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का दुख संपत्ति घर आवे दुख आनंद घर आवे कष्ट मिले तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गाँव में किसकी स्वामी शरण गाँव में किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आस करूँ मैं किसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतरया स्वामी तुम अंतरयामी वार परम परमेश्वर हर परम जगदीश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम रक्षा करता मैं मूरख खल कामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम होए कर गोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति सविध मेनो दयालु सविध मेनो कृपालु तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने चरणी लगाओ द्वार बड़म तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी कष्ट हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन हरि सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे धन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको समर्पण चढ़ा दे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे श्याम सुंदर जी की आरती जो कोई जन गावे स्वामी प्रेम सहित गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी कहत हरि हर स्वामी मनवांछित फल पावे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय दीनानाथ
त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानीं सहितं नमामि भवं भवानीं सहितं नमामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयोधमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये नीलाम्बरश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं बार बार वर मांगे हूँ हर्ष देहु श्रीरंग पद सरोजन पायनी भक्ति सदा सतसंग सियापति रामचंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय गणपति भगवान की जय लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय बांके बिहारी लाल की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय बाबा बालक नाथ की जय हे माय मेरे सच्ची हाँ जोता वाली माता जी तेरी सदा ही जय सब संतन की जय सदगुरुदेव महाराज की जय धर्म की जय हो अधर्म का प्राणियों में विश्व का सनातन धर्म की जय हो गौ माता की जय हो भारत माता की जय हो गंगा मैया की जय हो अपने अपने माता पिता की जय हो भक्त और भगवान की जय हो आज के आनंद की जय हो जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् समुद सुगन्धित सुमनलयि सुमन सुभक्ति सुधा पुष्पाञ्जलि अर्पण करूं देव करो स्वीकार देव करो स्वीकार देवी करो स्वीकार ओम शांति